So, good morning, everyone. I hope that it is a good Friday. Very, very good. Sorry, the weather is not very good, but uh, here in the temple, finally snows. Okay, but it's very, very thin, just like like the frost on the cake. you know, the road, right? Okay. So now we are going to start our meditation. We just get right into what we are for, right? Okay. So we're going to start with the walking meditation. So just a normal pace walking, swing your arm, if you can, just like that. Okay. And but be mindful on the steps that you take, or you may mindful on your breathing. Okay, so let us start. Walk mindfully. So you may stay where you are and be mindful on your breathing. Okay, so let us face the Buddha. Yes, to the screen. And let us pay respect, showing our respect to the Buddha by taking 3 full bows. So half bow first. Okay, so you may sit on the cushion. Sit down on the cushion. Okay. Or on the chair. Okay, so whether you are sitting on the chair or on the cushion, that is all perfect. Okay, so just remember, being mindful is not only can be done no, by seated properly, properly. But being mindful is a state of mind that we would like to achieve for every moment. Okay, so be mindful every moment, but this is our practice. So because of this practice, we may, remind ourselves to be mindful, right? Okay, so every moment. Okay, but this is a training. So every Friday we are here for this training. So to remind ourselves and also to train ourselves to be mindful. Yes. Okay, so seated posture is a best posture to be mindful because standing you might be feeling tired quickly. Lying down you might fall asleep quickly. And walking because we are moving, so it is not really best way for us for us to train ourselves. Okay, so sitting posture is considered the best posture for us to train the mindfulness skill. Okay, so but whether you are seated, but seated properly, it means that sit comfortably, stable, and in a balanced state. Right? So balance means that you won't shift your body, right, to or lean against your body to either side, like left, right, or front or back, right? So because people will be kind of like doing that or doing these or doing that. If you have any, you know, problems on your spine, okay, so if you have, you know, chronic, any chronic problems on your spine or on your knees or joints or pelvic, right? So you don't have to sit it cross legs. You can just put your feet on the ground. Okay, just be stable. Okay, and if you have any problems on your spine, you can have a cushion on your back. Okay. So, but Don't forget to use your core muscle to support yourself. So sit straight through your spine using your core muscles. Shoulder relaxed. Take 3 deep breaths. You may close your eyes or keep your eyes half opened. Take 3 deep breaths, and after taking 3 deep breaths, let us relax ourselves from head to toe. So relax your scalp, forehead, and eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and lips. Relax your ears and down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and your lower back. Relax your legs down to your toes. So now let us try to relax ourselves again, and this time we're going to relax from outside in as a whole. So relax your hair and your skin. Relax your muscles, your nerves, and your blood vessels. Relax your bones and your joints. Relax your inner organs and your brain. So now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe and outside in. Now we are completely relaxed, and it is the best state for us to do the mindful practice. So, what we are doing and using the techniques is called mindful breathing. So, just be mindful on your breaths. So, each breath that you take in and out, you have to be mindful. So, when breathe in, you can check on how deep the air can reach you. And when breathe out, you can check on how long or how short your breath is. So just be mindful and just watch that you are breathing, that air goes in and out. So you don't have to control it. So just watch it. So if your mind wanders out and you found out, you have to go back to your breathing. Then what you can do is you can take 3 deep breaths first. Then try to do the mindful breathing techniques again. Okay, so your mind goes out, you pull it back with 3 deep breaths first, then continue on the mindful breathing techniques. And once again, your mind flies out, then focus back with 3 deep breaths first, and then you can continue on the mindful breathing. Okay, so just try that, and you will find out and try it. I know it is tough. You might feel discouraged because you found out that your mind flies away very often, frequently. Don't get discouraged because this is what we are training, right? This is the training. So keep on, be mindful. Okay? Once you find out that your mind flies away, then you pull it back. Just pull it back with no blaming of yourself or with no regret. So just pull it back as it is. Then try to focus, because if you blame yourself or you kind of like saying, I have so many regrets, I am so shameful of myself, then that is the waste of time. You have wasted your mind and you have wasted your time again. Okay, so just pull it back, focus. That is what we are doing. And this is what we are trying to do. So let us try these techniques. And if you can do that, and you can try the breath counting. So just taking like breathing in and out as a cycle. So you count the cycles from 1 to 5. Okay, so let us try to be mindful and be simple. Okay, so let us be mindful. You may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. After taking 3 deep breaths, and let us read, we can do the transitional warm down exercise by moving and swaying our body to the side, front, and back. And then turns. And rub your hands. And when you feel it's warm, you can cover your eyes with your hand, palms and roll your eyes around. And you may rub your face gently. And pull your ears. And comb your head. Massage your neck. And down to your shoulders. And we move further down to our arms. Then to your wrists. And then rub your hands again. And put your palms onto your lower back and rub it in a circular motion or in up and down motion. Okay, then you can put down your legs, release your legs, and rub and massage your legs. Okay. As you could see on the screen, you would notice that there are some red, I think, how do you call that? The round circle? The red, right? Red. I think if I pronounce it right. Read? Okay. All right. So that is the decoration for our new year, but we haven't done yet. So please check back for maybe next Friday. So because we are going to have celebrate the New Year Day is February 1st, okay. And then we're going to have a service called Thousand Buddha service, because that we're going to, kind of like doing the bowing to thousand Buddhas. Right? But we're not going to do the thousand bows, right? But it is kind of like a general terms for thousand Buddhas. So we're going to take several bows, okay? Then to the Buddhas. It's kind of like we would like to receive the blessings from the Buddhas, right? Okay, and also, you know, pay the respect to the Buddha. With with during this New Year Day. Okay, so on February 6th, we're going to have this Thousand Buddha service. Okay. Okay, now let me pull myself closer to the mic. Okay, so I think that everyone can hear me clearly, much clearly, right? Without echoes. But I think that the echo still remains because it's a very big hall. Okay. Good for singing, right? Okay. But sometimes you got, you know, it is not well performed when you are going to speak because a lot of echoes, so you can hear it clearly. So, but singing very good. Okay, so let us continue for our six patriarchs story. Right, so his life story, and we have mentioned how he gone to the fifth patriarch, right? And then what has happened during, the stay in the temple of the fifth patriarch. Then last time we have mentioned about how he received the Dharma, right? And also how he received the, the representation of the Dharma, which is the robe and the bowl. Right? So robe and bowl is something we use for the monk, right? Or for the monastic using, every day. So actually, this is a kind of like a symbol of passing down the lineage. Okay, so he received the right, not the rice bowl, but the bowl. Okay, the bowl, the alms bowl, and also the robe. Okay, so these two things was being passed down from the first patriarch, which is the Dhammapada. No, not the Dhammapada. Bodhidharma. Okay, Bodhidharma. Dhammapada is a sutra. Okay, okay, but it always come with Dharma, right? Okay, so it's just like Ananda, it's like or Mary Sue in you can hear it, right? Or people were named after it, right? It's very common, so sometimes got mixed up. Okay, so Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma, yeah, Bodhidharma. So he is considered the first patriarch for the Chinese Chan lineage, right, or the Chan traditions. So pass it down up unto the fifth patriarch. So then after that, the fifth patriarch pass it down to the young Huineng. Okay, and interestingly, okay, so I would like to just say it that while the fifth patriarch passing the rope and bowl to the young Huineng, actually young Huineng haven't have a chance to shave his head. It means that actually he is still a layperson, okay, while he received the bowls and the robe. Okay, so that was out of imagination, out of our mind. So that is not out of the mind, but it is kind of like, yes, the big picture maybe out of his mind. Why he pass it down to not a monastic but a lay person, right? Okay, so it is kind of like a controversial act, but okay, it is not about the status of where you are, or where you what you are, or how old you are, right? Okay, so it is about the capability of how you understand the Dharma. Okay, so it doesn't matter about the gender. You know, if you are really enlightened, you get enlightened. Not because of your, gender, your social status, your educational background. So it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have this tradition, okay, right? And this is practiced by, okay, this is being done by the fifth patriarch, between the fifth patriarch and the young Huinan. Okay, but the fifth patriarch said, okay, I have passed this down to you, I have passed my dharma to you, but right now, it is not the time for you to preach the dharma yet, okay, because it's not yet time, okay. So you have to go back to your hometown. Okay, so go back south, right? Okay. And maybe try to keep low. Okay, stay low. Yeah. Okay. So the young Huinan did. So he fled. Okay. Unfortunately, flee. Okay, he flee or fled. Okay, fled to south, uh, and also he hid under the group of hunters. Okay, so hunters. So he took a refuge under the hunters. So that is very, very also a very, very interesting thing. Okay. So hunters is like a group of killing, right? Okay, a group of who kills, right? And as a Buddhist, he took refuge under the group of people who killed. That is interesting. But of course, the hunters might hunt for their food, right? Okay, or hunt for their for their it's their job, right? Hunt for their livings. So, of course, hunters might not be a vegetarian, right? It is hard for them to be a vegetarian. So, actually, when when he hit on with a group of these hunters, he cooked for them. Okay. He cooked for them. The young Huinan cooked for them, and so of course he will be adding some vegetables in the meat or in the in the dishes. Then he ate the vegetables. So as he said, okay. So I think it is, yeah, okay, okay. So he said. And when being asked by those hunters, then the young Huinan just replied, "Oh, I just want to eat the vegetables next to the meat." So he just he won't just say, "Oh, you're a sinner, please." Okay, so you have to eat vegetables, all right? Okay, but he kept himself low, and he just uh, not not embarrassing the hunters, right? Like, oh, I'm much more ethical, correct than you, right? Because you guys killed. So there's none of that happens among between the young Huinan and the hunters. So this is also an interesting incident. Okay, so the young Huinan actually hit and find a sanctuary with this group of hunters for 15 years. Right? So you didn't hear it wrong. So it is 15 years. So 15 years. Okay. So just imagine that you're from a baby up to a middle schooler, right? Okay, and that 15 years was a very, very long time, right? Okay, so for 15 years he kept himself low. So the rumors was there saying that, oh, some guy, right, got the bowls and the robe, right, got the dharma, right? but he's nowhere to find. But there is someone there, right? Okay, someone there, but with no trace, without trace. Okay. So after that, okay, so after 15 years, he hid in this group of hunters. So one day, after 15 years, someday, right? He said he thought to himself. The young Huinan thought to himself, said, "Oh, maybe it is time." Right? Okay. So there are sometimes, as living beings, we got some basic instincts, right? Okay. Oh, it's time to eat, right? Oh, it's time to sleep, right? Your body will tells you, right? And if there is sometimes animal has their basic instinct, like, oh, it's time to die, right? So they will go out, hid in the bushes, under the bushes, and die by themselves. Okay. So we have this kind of like instincts. So this I think that the young Huinan has these instincts too. Okay, so he thought to himself, oh, it's time for him to spread the Dharma, to teach. Right? So he said that I cannot hide forever, right? Again, so and he decided that he would go out. So he went to the temple some in Guangzhou. Okay, Guangzhou is the southmost province. Okay, so it is just it's a little bit north of Hong Kong. Right now Hong Kong, okay? But it's if it is a big part without counting the islands. Okay, but so with a piece. Okay, of the China. So the Guangzhou is the south, down south, the most south of the province. Okay, it's just like Texas. Okay, right, it's the south, right? Okay, Texas to America, right? To the United States. So it's south, very south. Okay. Okay, or Mississippi, is that right? Okay, okay. Anyway, so he went there. It's called Fa Xing Temple. Okay, then there is someone, a venerable Yin Zong, was teaching the Dharma. He was, having a Dharma talk, like, about the Mahapajna Paramita. Oh, sorry, Mahapari Nirvana. I'm sorry, yeah. 大般涅盘经, okay. Nirvana Sutta. Okay, Sutra. Okay, so he was, so that means there are a lot of people, a crowd, like gathering in the temple of Fa Xing, right? Okay, because someone is teaching the Dharma. Okay, so there are, it's just like if we have an expo, right? Then there are people going there, staying there, right? Or if we have a Super Bowl, right? Okay, right? Okay, then people will be flying there, right? Like to watch the Super Bowl and to celebrate. Okay, so same for the Buddhists. If we have a big Dharma service or a big Dharma function or a Dharma talk, then people will flock into that place, that temple, and listen to it. And so this, I think this event would be for like a month long, or even maybe as short as a week long. Okay, because people will be flocking there, and if imagine that people will be walking there, right? Without any airplane or train, right? So this Dharma talk might be longer than what we expected because in this recent time, because maybe right now, maybe the Dharma talk can be just one day because everyone has car, right? But right now here, in that time, then the Dharma talk might last for a month or a week or a month, right? Okay. So people were a lot of people were there. Okay, so I think this is a really very good publication, right? Okay, so yeah, he got a good time to expose himself. Right? Very very good advertisement. Okay, so okay, so with a modern eye, right? Okay, so he went there to listen to the Dharma talk. Okay, and there was an occasion, and the young Huinen's talent, okay, was being found. Like, okay, so this is the incident. Right. So when people gather around and gather in the temple, so this is a tradition. So when a temple was having an event, especially a Dharma talk, right? So there will be a banner flying in the temple, a temple ground. Okay. So it represents that the temple is having a Dharma service or a Dharma talk. So people from afar can see it and they can go directly to that. They have a direction, right? So they can just go to the temple, right? So just like for the expo, right? There is a banner, okay, a gate, right? Or somewhere, right? A big, like billboard, like saying that we have an event there, right? Okay, so very very similar. Okay, so all the practices, human behavior, are from ancient time to the modern time, all are so similar. Okay, so never being give up because this is useful. Okay, right? Okay, so banner, flying, right? Okay, in the sky, saying, "Hey, we have event. Come on here and to join." Right? Okay. So, so when the banner was being put up and people gathered, and because they are waiting to for the event to begin or for the Dharma talk to begin, then the banner flies, right? Okay, flapping in the wind, right? Okay, so it is a windy day. Okay, so the banner was flying, and so there was someone who looked at the banner and said, "Oh, the wind is moving." Right? Okay, so that means that when the wind moves, when the air moves, right? Okay, then the banner moves. Then the other one, okay, when we said the other one, okay, they are all monastics, right? So another monk said, no, it is not the wind moving, it is the banner is moving, because if you don't see banner moving, how do you know that the wind is moving, right? Okay, maybe the wind is only blowing up. So, there are the wind is so high, so there is something blowing on top, but you can't feel it, right? Okay, so the banner is moving. Okay, so they are kind of like open up and and dialect, right? Okay, they're talking, and they are standing on a different side, right? Okay, so if the wind don't move, how can the banner move, right? Okay. And the other side said that if you don't see the banner move? How do you know that the air is moving or the wind is blowing, right? Okay. So, both are true, right? Okay. So when by hearing this, the young Huinan said, replied to these two monks who were still arguing, and said, "Oh, it is neither the wind nor the banner moving. It is your mind moving." Okay, your minds are moving. Oh, wow. Right. So everyone got surprised by hearing that, because I think that young Huinan said very loud, very loudly, say, aha. Okay, it's neither your mind nor banner moving, but your minds moves. Your minds move, right? Okay. If you don't use your mind, right, to see, to direct yourself to seeing that banner moving, how do you know that the banner or the wind moving, right? So your mind move. Your mind moves. Right? So it was quite a surprise for everyone who hear that. Okay, so kind of like, wow. So we know that this is much more deeper, right? It has a deeper meaning, and the young Huinan sees further and deeper, right? Okay, so this incident was being heard by uh, the the one who talk, who would do the talking, right? Who would do the Dharma talk, which is In Zhong. Okay, so this master invited the young Huinan to come up to a room and start talking. Okay, so during their talk, when they talk, right, they would say, and the master, the one who would, the in Zhong, right, the master said, I heard that uh, let me see. Okay. Okay. No, I heard that this the okay, let me see. Oh, wait, where am I? Where am I? Okay. Okay. I heard. Okay, sorry. I heard that someone got the Dharma from the fifth patriarch, and he was in Guangdong, okay, Guangzhou, okay, and are you the one, right? Are you the one who inherited from the fifth patriarch? And he said, and the young Huinan said, yes, I am. I am the one. So he opened up his package and showed the bowls and the robe to that master. This is the proof. And said, and then and the master believed it and said, wow. and the master was very, very curious, said, oh, what did the fifth patriarch leave behind, right? With you, right? Okay, and then the young Huinan said, oh, actually there is no specific ones, but there is only things that we have to see the intrinsic nature. So it means that seeing the intrinsic nature, okay, so is much more important than the liberation and meditative concentration. Okay, so this is very, very different right now. Okay, so from now on, from now on, the Chinese Chan or the Japanese Zen will be different from what we have learned from the Buddha. Okay, so or the focus point is different. Right? So for the Buddha who taught us meditation is a teaching, right? Or a tool for us to settle ourselves down, right? Then we can cultivate ourselves. Then after that, with the concentration, with the focus and the mindful, and also with some of the contemplation, right? Right. Then we can kind of like reflect onto ourselves. Right. Whether you are going to cultivate your compassion, or you're going to cultivate your or to to get rid of your greed, that is all through from the meditative concentration. Okay, even the liberation, when we are going to kind of like we are going to get liberated, just like Buddha, then actually we are meditation is very important. Okay, and also contemplation. Okay, so this goes on together. But right now, when we are talking about the Zen tradition, especially the teachings from the Yang Huinan, or maybe from the fifth patriarch, okay, then it is no longer we're looking for a further one like liberation, right? Or we are going to doing the meditation, but we are looking from within, right? Also from within, right? Looking inside, and we are trying to see the intrinsic nature. Okay, so actually this is something that is also very important. Okay, so the conversation goes on. So the masters ask, why did you not discuss the meditative concentration or liberation? Right, so I think that we have that you might ask also. And the Yang Huinan replied, because they are dualistic. Okay. So why we are saying dualistic? Because when we are talking about liberation, right? So we always have a simile, right? Or analogy of being being in this shore and the other shore, right? Okay. The other shore means the liberation. So actually, this is also something that is contrasting. There are always dualistic, right? Okay, so I think that the Zen was about to abandon this. Right? So they said, right, or the Yang Huinan said that this is also a dualistic. Right? It is not the Dharma. Okay, so the Dharma is not dualistic. Okay, so it is not separating of oneself with someone else, right? With the liberation, with compassion, right? So something that about to go forward, right? Or you're about to reach out. So it is not, right? So this is something that is I am of the opposite side of something, right? Okay, so for us to pursue, right? So we are not doing that. Okay, the Chan is not doing that, but instead we are trying to look within. Okay, so As what I said, look within. The Dharma is within. The true nature, the Buddha nature is within. Okay, so this is really, really different. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so, okay. That's and actually this the book what I refer to the rabbit's horn has a lot, right? But I will be just kind of like breathing it, breathing. Okay, okay. So here, okay, the Buddha nature is neither permanent or impermanent, therefore cannot be cut off. Okay, so that is called non-dualistic. Okay, so or non-duality. Right, so actually, for our perspective, right, uh, we are there is nothing like opposite or being cut off. Right, we are as a whole. We are okay. So so very very hard to explain. Okay, uh, so it is not, we can't say that it is the Buddha nature is good, then our the greed or uh, the anger is not good. But actually, when you cultivate it or you see your Buddha nature, then actually there will be the greed, the anger or the delusion actually has been diminished, right? Okay, so actually we don't separate it like, oh, this is not good, so we have to get rid of it, right? And this is good, we have to embrace it, right? Even though we have done these, but it doesn't mean that uh, we have a clear, oh, that is very very hard to explain. Okay, there is a clear line within. Okay, so this is uh, sometimes you will get confused, but when you are doing practice, when you are practicing, it is not confused, because when you go deeper. Okay, so it's just like as my master said, right? Everything is like 50 and 50, so half and half. We are in the half and half world. Okay, when we have our anger, we have our greed, we have anxiety, we have jealousy, we have our fear, right? Which we think that this is really negative. This is something that we would like to get rid of, right? Okay. But when we always focus on the negatives, then actually we forget, and it actually we will grow it. Okay. It get nutrition, it grows when we focus it. But if we don't focus it, we turn away and we focus on growing the positive ones. And actually, the negative ones will dwindle off. It will be, like, right? Okay, all right. Then actually, there are 50, maybe there are 50 part of like half part of negativities, and then half part of positivity, right? But this is our choice. We can focus on positivities, compassion, generosities, right? Hospitalities, joy, happiness, uh, you know sharing, right? Okay, then that will also growing, that will grows, and that will be outnumbered. Okay, or that will weigh much more than the negative ones. Okay, so I think what we are saying is that we can't just divide, or we can't not just cut off saying that this is something that, because we as a human beings, we have that, we have that potential of good, growing bad, and also we don't forget we have a potential to growing goodness, right? Okay, so we have to focus on that part, which is the good ones. Then the back ones will be okay. Right. So you know what, right? I'm using, like I can, being a vocal actors now. Okay, voice actor. Okay. Okay, so and the master, Ying Zhong, was very, very happy to hear that. Right, because actually what he was teaching during the Dharma talk is also is Mahapari Nirvana, right? Okay, Nirvana means liberation. Okay, so actually the young Huinan was teaching him what is liberation, what is the true meaning of liberation. So actually, the master Yin Zhong was quite delight because he has taught about Mahaparinirvana, okay, word by word, but never been so deep or looking at this on this way, okay, at this way of what the Yang Huinan has taught him. So he was kind of like happy and said, "Oh, okay, I have finally realized what I have been teaching, right?" Okay, right. Then I would like to become your disciple. Okay, a very, very well-known master who taught Mahapari Nirvana, right, for a long time, okay, became the disciple of Yang Huinan. Okay, so here is the interesting things. Right? So the master Yin Zhong shaved the Yang Huinan's head, right? And so the Yang Huinan finally became a monk, right? Real patriarch. Okay. And then after he shaved, okay, so this is a tradition. So when we shave, when someone who you are looking, or you're kind of like, oh, I would like to become your disciple, then he got shaved, right? And he learned under this master, just like I was under Venerable Master Xing Yun. So I learned the Dharma taught by the master, right? And I was kind of like, I'm the disciple of the master. Of course, we are always the Buddhists. We recognize ourselves as a Buddhist, so we are all the disciples of the Buddha. Right? But there are different masters has different dharma, right, or specific dharma that he emphasized, right? For example, a Zen monk emphasizing on the Zen part, right? Okay. Or a Pure Land monk will be, focusing on the Pure Land side, right? So there's nothing wrong, but it's kind of like, just like a knowledge, right? You go to school, you go to a college, right? But you have different specialties, right? Have different degrees offered, right? Okay, so same, right? So the master in Zhong was the one who shaved the head of the Yang Huinan. So if we goes with the tradition, the Yang Huinan should be the disciple of Master Yin Zhong, right? But after Master Yin Zhong shaved the Yang Huinan's head, then the Master Yin Zhong said,
Master Huinan, you are my master now. Please receive me as your disciple. Right? So it's kind of like, right, your teacher becomes your student. Okay, right? Okay, right. So this is also very interesting things in Buddhism. Right? So we don't have a hierarchy things. Right? If if you have dharma, if you have found the way, if you get enlightened, if you are an arhat, right, you will be automatically promoted. Okay. You get promoted as a senior, no matter how old you are, or what gender you are, or how what status you are on a social status, or a status in monastic, right, or a monastery, right? Okay, so you get this high, okay, right? You get, oh, master, right? Oh, senior. Okay, you automatically became most senior ones, right? So there are stories about like a 7-year-old samanera. Samanera means novice, right? So novice means that they are still learning, right? In the monastery, in the sangha. But he became an arhat. He got enlightened, right? Then people will be, oh wow, okay, so he is the senior, right? So senior doesn't mean senior. Okay, doesn't mean that, oh, you get old, right? Holding a a staff, right? Okay, okay, and you have gray hair, right? Wrinkles all around, right? So it is a kind of senior, right? Seniority, okay, right? Okay, but the the most honorable seniority, or the most precious seniority, is never the age, but it is your cultivation. It is your state of cultivation. Okay, so for a long time, we have finished this life of the sixth patriarch. Okay. So I will be, kind of like choosing some of the later when I'm going to choose some of the stories or some of the teachings of the Yang Huinan. Okay, so this is really, really special, and I hope that by looking into the life of the Yang Huinan, and he's very special. One of his specialty is that he became a sixth patriarch in the as uh, uh, when when he is still a lay person, right? Okay, and seniorities. It doesn't mean that you are old. You looks old, right? Your age, but it is about the state of your cultivations, right? Okay, uh, so this is something that we can learn from it, okay? And of course, if we are talking about cultivation, we always have to do look within, right? Okay, so always look within. Always try to find your intrinsic nature. Is always the practice of Zen tradition. Okay, so this is a very, very special training, special teachings by the sixth patriarch, the Master Huineng. So now it's no longer young Huineng anymore, right? He is the master of Huineng, right? Because he has already shaved his head. He was being recognized by the crowd, by the master, Yin Zhong. Okay, so uh, then let us look forward to his teachings. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope this can be inspiration for all of us. And actually, when I was talking about the banner flying, right, the wind blowing or the banner flying, or it is your mind moving, right? Okay, so actually uh, that recalls me a memory of the first time that I have this in my meditation class, because actually I have this is my first story being taught in our meditation class. Okay, and this is the first time that I met Dennis. Okay, so Dennis is the one who heard that. Okay, also Min Zheng, I think that she heard that, right? But Dennis was the first timer when he first came to the temple to meditate. Then and this is a time that I tell the story. Okay, so I would like to kind of like share this special moment to everyone. Okay, so thank you very much. So let us stand up, and we have to take vows to the Buddha. Okay, so let us uh, take vows to the Buddha, and also we would like to thank the Buddha. Also, we would like to thank all the good causes and conditions that make these meditation possible. Right? Someone had shared this. Oh, Carla, hello, hello. Okay, so let us turn to the Buddha. Okay, so let us thank the Buddha and all the good causes and conditions that made this meditation possible. Okay, so next Friday is our New Year Day. So of course there will be still we are going to have a Friday meditation, no stopping because uh, we this is not a national holiday, so we're going to still see you. Okay, so I will see you next time, next Friday, and happy Chinese New Year or happy lunar New Year on February 1st. If you would like to come to our uh, uh, temple, okay, we have the reservation website. You can log on to that. Okay, so I hope that I will see you next time. Bye bye. My arms so tired. Okay, so bye. Happy Chinese New Year.